Hello Virtual Academy 3rd grade art classes. This week we're going to be talking about tints and shades. So tints and shades are how light or dark colors are. Let's take a look at what this looks like using the color red. So you create tints and shades by mixing colors with either black or white. So this top one here is a tint of red because we took red and white and mixed them to create a pink color. So pink is actually a tint of red. Then underneath that we have a shade of red by mixing red and black to make kind of a maroon type color. And so that's how you shade colors. So underneath that you can see that there's a sliding scale with pure red in the center and then tints of red going all the way to white and shades of red going all the way to black. So when you're talking about colors and how light or dark they are, if it's a light color, it's a tint. If it's a dark color, it's a shade. The best way to create tints and shades of colors is through a mixable media, something like paint, oil pastels, or some types of colored pencils. Well, we don't really have paint with Virtual Academy, so we're going to use what we do have available to us, which is computers. Here's my example of a project where I made cubes in tints and shades of lots of different colors. So I'm going to show you how to do this today. So in the Google Classroom, I have included a editable Google drawing that you're going to make a copy of for yourself, and you're going to create this project just like I did on the last slide. Follow along with the video if you've never used Google Drawing before, because it's going to be really easy for you. If you have a printer and you would rather do this on paper and you have the means to do so, such as having paint or maybe color pencils that are mixable, maybe oil pastels, you can do it on paper as well. But I do suggest giving it a try on the computer first to see if it's going to work for you. So let's go to the Google Drawing, which looks like this right here. When you click on the file, it should open it for you. It's not a perfect drawing. There are some gaps in my lines right here, but I did my best. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with one of the center cubes. I'm going to make sure I'm on the Select tool, which is right here. And I'm going to select the top of one of these cubes. I know right now the cubes could be facing any way, but I'm going to pick one of these diamonds that's laying down the long way. So I'm going to pick this one right here, and I'm going to pick a color for it. So first we can go to Fill Color, and I can just pick one of these up here. So let's start with blue. So I'm going to make the top of this box just blue. Let's click on the left side of that cube, and let's make this a tint of blue. So I picked this color for the regular, so let's pick one of these lighter colors for a tint. Let's go with that one right there. And then I'm going to go to the right side of that cube. I'm going to click on the Fill Color. I'm in the same aisle, and I'm going to pick the darkest one for a shade of blue. So now if I click off, I have this cube that's made up of shades, tints, and just regular blue. Let's go to the next one. Let's do this again. I'm going to pick one of these colors for the top. Let's do red. For the left, I'm going to do a tint, which means I'm going to go light. Let's try that one. And for the right, I'm going to go shade, which means a dark one. So now I have a red cube and a blue cube. Let's do this one and come up with a custom color. So you can see the colors that they have up here. They're not the best selection, and there's not every color up there, and some of them aren't very pretty. So let's go to custom, and I'm going to show you how you can pick colors of any type that you want. So let's pick a prettier green. So I'm going to move this bar down here until I think that it's a pretty green color. Let's see, maybe right about there. So once I have the green selected, I need to move this all the way to the top right to get the purest version of that color. So I'm going to click OK, and the top of my cube turns green. Then what I want to do is I want to take my Select tool. I'm going to go to the left, and this time we're going to try to do a tint. Well, I created a custom color, so I don't really have colors up here that I can choose from. So here's what you have to do. You're going to turn the left side of the cube that green color as well. But then you're going to go back in, you're going to hit custom, and you're going to slide the bar along the top to find a good tint. So you can look up here in the circle, and I think that this might be a good tint of this green color. So there's that. I'm going to click on this side. Now we want to do a shade of that green, so I'm going to start by turning it that green, and then I need to make it darker. So then I'm going to go to custom, and I'm going to slide it down to get a shade. So maybe right like there. Okay, so now I have a cube of green. Let's do one more together so I can show you those custom colors one more time. So I'm going to start with the fill bucket. I'm going to go to custom and let's do a purple. There's not really a great purple in that selection. This is a beautiful purple. Okay, so I'm going to take my circle up here and I have to slide it all the way to the top right so I can get the most pure purple right there. I'm going to click the left one, fill it in with that purple, and then I have to change it. So now I have to make it a tint. So I'm going to go to custom, slide it along the top to the left. Let's go right about there. I want to make this a shade, so I'm going to select the same purple that I started with, and now I'm going to make it darker by doing custom and slide it down the right side, maybe right there. And there we go. So now I have red, blue, green, purple. I can do oranges. I can do really whatever you want. You could do different types of reds, different types of greens. You could, if you wanted to, do a pattern of blues where they kind of come down this way. It's completely up to you, but make sure that each cube has the color by itself, a tint, and a shade. And I hope you have fun with it.